Rolling Fork is a city that is predominantly Black, and the median income is $38,000. There are many communities like Rolling Fork that are, susceptible to these type of natural disasters caused by climate change. What does the administration say to these type of communities who are concerned that they could see the same type of devastation that we saw in Rolling Fork?
So, look, we've been very clear. Our hearts go out to those families who lost so much. As we all know, it is unfortunately, one of the poorest areas in the country. And that is something that the president understands and that his administration understands. And I think it is important to also note that that's why the president's economic agenda is so important. That's why the president has been very clear on how he sees this economy growing, making sure we don't leave communities like Rolling Fork behind. And you see that in every policy that the president has been piece of legislation that he's been able to get passed, that it does not leave anybody behind. It invests in communities like Rolling Fork, and invests in making sure that that we are creating good paying jobs. And that's what you're going to hear, especially as we talk about the Invest in America tour. That's what you're going to hear from our secretaries across the administration who are traveling this week and the next 3 weeks. That's what you're going to hear from the president, the vice president, the first lady. And we're going to make it really clear. This is how we're going to invest in America. This is how we're going to invest in communities like Rolling Fork. And also, it makes it so important. If you think about the Inflation Reduction Act, when you think about fighting climate change, that is one of the biggest, it's so historic, right? Because it does the most piece of legislation, now law, to fight climate change. And so this is something that we're going to continue to fight for and continue to work towards as we move forward in this administration.